Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a makeup tutorial on a new eyeshadow palette that I recently got. So let's get started. So the eyeshadow palette I'm going to be using today is from Morphe, and I actually got this palette at IMAX earlier this year and I never opened it or used it. So I wanted to use it in a makeup tutorial. I just did my hair, so I wanted to go out and I wanted to do something very simple and easy, and I wanted to only use one palette. Oops. So I just picked up this palette and we're going to just create a nice soft pinky purple look. You guys know I love purple. I'm going to be using all Sigma brushes for this tutorial. I have links for everything that I'm using in the description box, so you guys can just check that out to get all of the information. So I'm going to be using a white eyeshadow base for this tutorial. This is from a Flash palette that I actually got off eBay and I really do like it. If I can find the link for that, I'll place that in the description box as well, but it's a really good Flash palette for the price. So the first color we're going to be using is a really muted brown. I'm just going to use that to buff out the edges of my eyeshadow base and also so I can have a transition color. Next, going into the same palette, I'm using the color right next to it, which is more of a darker brown. It does have some red undertones, and I'm just going to layer that right on top because I wanted to darken up my crease color. The next color I'm going to be using from this palette is a purple pink color. I really think this is so pretty, and I'm going to be taking a little bit of this color at a time and I'm going to slowly start to layer, and this is going to go into my lower crease. You're not going to see a lot of color. I don't like to just pow on purple. I really like to layer and take my time. Next, I'm going to go in with my lid color, which is a really pretty vibrant pink. I'm going to be using my Sigma E55 brush, and I'm just going to apply that shadow in a patting motion. Next, I'm going to go in with that same pink purple color, and I'm going to start to darken up the crease. Again, I'm only taking a little bit of color as I work because I don't want to pout on the color and I don't want the eyeshadow to look muddy. So a little bit at a time, blending in between. Next, I'm going to be taking a smaller precision brush, which is the E39, and I'm going to be taking a really dark purple out of that palette, and I'm going to apply that on the outer V of my eye. I'm actually going to be shaping a V. I am going to buff that in, but the shape is going to be a V, and that's going to really help to add some depth and dimension to this eyeshadow look. Now, taking a large fluffy brush, I'm going to be blending out the outer edge of my eyeshadow because I don't want to have any harsh lines. Next, I'm going to go in with a really pale yellow. Now, I'm really not adding any color. I'm just setting the concealer that I had underneath my brow bone. Next, I'm going in with a ColourPop eyeshadow, and this is called Slave to Pink. And I'm going to apply that right on top of my lid. And I want you guys to see how dramatic the change is with the eyeshadow when you compare one side of my face to the other. A little bit goes a long way, but it really does make the eyeshadow pop. Next, I'm going to go in with my 3D precision brush, and I'm just going to apply a little bit of that white eyeshadow base, and I'm going to apply that to my lower lash line. I'm going to go in with this pink color. It's a really muted pink, and I'm going to apply that right on top of the eyeshadow base. I'm also going to go in with that dark purple we used before, and I'm going to add that to my lower lash line as well, but I'm going to concentrate that color on the outer portion of the eye. Taking my liquid liner from NYC Cosmetics, I'm just going to draw a very slight wing. It's nothing dramatic. The lashes I'm going to be using are going to be a little more dramatic, so this is just to give the eye a little bit of definition. Next, I'm going to be using my Butter London eye pencil, and I really like this eye kohl. It glides on so easily, and because I have really sensitive eyes, I don't cry before the product is applied to the lash line, so that's great for me. Now I'm going to go in and I'm going to apply some black from this same palette, and I'm just going to apply that right on top of the eye pencil, and that's going to set that eye pencil, and it's also going to smudge out the lower lash line. Next, I'm going to be applying my favorite lashes. They're by Koko lashes, and these are in the style Belle. What I like to do is just actually place the lash on the lash line, and I don't try to mend those two together because the glue isn't tacky yet, but I just like to lay it there so of course the glue can dry, and also that I can get the shape that I like. While my lash glue is drying, I'm going to put my facial primers on. I'm using Becca, and I'm also going to be using Porefessional by Benefit. Now I'm going to go back with my favorite tweezers, and these are amazing. I got these off Amazon, and these just basically help me to put my lashes together, and it makes it look more natural and realistic. So for foundation, I'm going to be taking black Opal, and I'm also going to be taking my Lustre Drops by MAC. And this really gives me a dewy finish with a matte foundation, and it really gives me that J-Lo glow, and I really like this combination. So I've been doing this for like the last 2 weeks. Next, for highlight, I'm going to be mixing 2 highlighters. I've been mixing everything lately. I'm going to be using my Kevyn Aucoin Skin Enhancer, and this is in SX11. I'm using a dot. I mean literally a dot. This stuff is goes a long way. Watch how much highlighter I get from just those couple of drops. It's amazing. I'm also going to be using my LA Girl Fawn, and I'm just going to place that right on top. And all it's going to do is help to mute out a little bit of the brightness and give me more of a natural highlight. But as you can see, that product really blends out, and it's literally a drop. Like, it's so crazy. I've had that jar for almost a year and a half, and I still haven't even put a dent inside of that. Like, a little goes a long way. Now when I mix in the Fawn, I'm actually not even squeezing the tube. I'm just using a little bit of the product that was left over. I'm going to use that same brush, and I'm just going to blend both of those highlighter shades together. Now for my holy grail, I love this product. This is the Sacha Buttercup under eye highlighting powder, and this stuff is amazing. I love this so much more than Ben Nye, but I mean, you have to at least try this. It's amazing. So I'm just going to use this to set my under eye, and I'm going to place this anywhere that I placed my concealer. I'm going to be doing a powder contour today. I'm going to be using my palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm going to dust off that excess Buttercup powder, and then I'm going to go ahead and apply a little bit of my setting powder by Makeup Forever. I'm going to be using a really light blush. This is by Paula Dorf. I really like this blush because it adds just a little hint of pink. And for highlighter today, I'm going to be using Champagne Pop by Jaclyn Hill here on YouTube. And I really do like this highlighter. I'm going to apply that to the highest points of my cheeks. And I'm just going to smile and pose while I do it because I love highlighter. It's amazing. I mean, who doesn't like highlighter? Yes! Oh, I love this color. So now that I'm finished posing, I'm going to move on to lips. I'm going to be taking a really neutral brown, and I don't even remember who makes this pencil. It's very old, but it works. I'm just going to line my lips, and then I'm going to go in with my Viva Glam Nikki nude lip gloss, and I'm just going to layer that right on top. So once I applied the lip gloss, I wanted to try something a little bit different, just honestly to see how it came out. So what I did was I took a little bit of the eyeshadow I used on my brow bone and I applied it to my lips, and it muted out the gloss a little bit, but it added a really tiny hint of color, and I really liked the outcome. So this is the finished look. Again, I'm doing a really crazy posing session, but we all do this when we get our makeup done. So I love my highlight. I love the eyeshadow look. So we have reached the end of this tutorial. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to get a detailed tutorial on this hairstyle, you can click the link on the screen. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos just like this. See you in the next video.